people have already ran to tell Ray that the guy died on the way out. I mean, how could I have known that walkers would be on the island? And well, I mean, it's stupid enough that this armor doesn't protect your neck, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not my fault that they got bitten and then drowned. But yeah. It's not my fault. I guess that's just what I'm gonna have to tell Ray. I mean, I'm gonna go straight to him and see what he says, but okay, so this is the infirmary. Okay, so I believe Ray's place is right behind the cafeteria, which is behind the helicopter, and okay, that's the cafeteria. I'm so tired. This island is so much bigger than I thought it was. What? Yeah, I need to speak to Ray about a lot of things, to be honest. Okay, so this is Grayson's barracks. Okay, don't know who Grayson is. I haven't met him yet. Hope that guy that was with me wasn't Grayson. Okay. Ray's barracks. Okay, Ray. Sorry. Sorry to barge in all of a sudden. I wanted to speak to you. Ah, Omega. I see you made it back. Did you dispose of that man's body? I did, General. And what's this I hear about you returning without the soldier that was accompanying you? What happened to him? Well, we ran into an issue. What issue? Was the guy not dead? Oh no, he was dead. But there were a few walkers on the island. We get a few occasionally. How many were there? 6, I think. The soldier killed 2 before getting bit on the neck, and I killed the others. I see. Well, what did you do with his body? He's at the bottom of the ocean with that guy and the walkers. Right. Did you manage to take his armor? Sadly, no. The reason I didn't manage to get his body was because obviously bodies would float, but he fainted when he got bit. I think he passed out from the blood loss, and the armor made him sink. That's fine. It's not the first time someone fell in and drowned. The armor is very protective, but it weighs you down quite a lot. Yeah, I'll be more careful next time, I promise. Next time, you'll have a weapon to protect yourself. I left you a few gifts in your barracks. My barracks? Yes. Your barracks are in the far right corner of our camp, 2 buildings to the right of mine. Has your name above the door anyway. There's not much in there, but the longer you're here, the more stuff you'll get. Anyway, you can go. We'll speak again in the morning. All right, General. Thank you for your time. I guess I'll go and find my barracks. Thank you. I'll leave you be. Okay. I'm glad I'm not in trouble for that, because that would have been. Oh, everything's looking good. We got the pool is clean, and we got the generators working. We set up the electrical signals, and Adam. Who's Adam? I don't know, but I guess these are mine. So I guess Adam is next to me. No idea, but okay. So are these mine? Omegas. Oh yes. Okay. And there's others. What are these? I can't see what the sign says. What does it say? Pit fighters. Oh yeah, they have pit fighters here, right? Okay, let's see what we'll see what's inside my barracks. Who? Hey. Who? These are my barracks. Who are you, if you don't mind me asking? So, you have your own barracks, huh? Yeah, I guess. Who are you? I mean, I'm sorry, I kinda lost my memory. I don't remember many things. Right. I'm Adam Reed, head soldier for General Ray. Your name is Omega, right? Yeah. Like I said, I don't really remember, but that is what Ray, or General, told me anyway. And why do you trust Ray so much? You wake up not knowing who you are and you take the word of a stranger? What do you mean, soldier? Adam Reed, I mean, you wake up and instantly presume that everything Ray told you is true. What if I told you your name isn't Omega and that in fact your name is Ryan? And that Ray was the one torturing you? The man you killed? Isaac? You saved him a few weeks ago when Ray wanted to leave him to die. You didn't want that, and therefore you went against his orders and saved him before killing him under Ray's orders anyway. You were brought here by me as a prisoner under Ray's orders. I threw a grenade at you, which is where your burn on your arm and your face is from. I then took you from your home, your family, and your friends to here, where you would have been working as a slave for the rest of your life. Except you lost your memories and got out of it. I'm confused. I didn't understand. Which story will you believe? Ray's by telling you your name is Omega, or mine by telling you the truth that your name is Ryan? Right, so, hold on. If what you say is true, then why exactly would I trust you? I mean, if you took me from my home and my family, then why and made me stay here, why would I ever trust you? We have history. I tried to kill you, you tried to kill me. I never told you why I tried to kill you, did I? Well, I mean, I've never met you before now, or maybe I have, I just have no idea, but I guess, no, you haven't, I don't know. That's what you think, because you can't remember. I'm gonna tell you anyway. Before the apocalypse, I was in the military. I finally got let go a few years before everything happened. And honestly, I never got to spend time with my wife and daughter because I was away constantly. I managed to spend 3 years with them before they died. I'm sorry. Do you want to know how they died, though? I got a job as a police officer after leaving the army. The day everything happened, I was at work and got called to a crime scene. This was about midday, and I turn up at the scene to find that it was on my road, in my house. My colleagues told me not to go in the house, but I did, and they were just there. My wife and daughter had been murdered, not by walkers, but by an actual living person. And obviously we had no time to figure out who did it, or at least my colleagues didn't. Instead of preparing for the hellhole the world became, I gathered clues. I already had suspicions, but no solid evidence. It took a month, but I finally got my suspect list down to 3 people. I didn't know where the people were currently, but I knew their addresses, so I went to those first. The scary thing about it all was the fact that all 3 were ex-cops. I knew all 3 of them. I had even worked on cases with them. I headed to all of their houses to find that all of them were also dead along with their families in their own homes. I thought that they were so guilty that they ended their own lives and the lives of their family members, until I searched their bodies. Do you wish for me to continue? Sure. I found one note in each of their pockets. All 3 said the same thing, Duncan Timbers, and were all in different writing types. I worked with the men and could confirm that each of them wrote the notes themselves. When I read the first note, I thought nothing of the name. I just thought they were setting Duncan up. After I read all 3 saying the same things, I instantly got the chills. Duncan Timbers was my best friend. Had been since I was 8, and not for a moment did I think he would murder my family. We worked on cases together every day. We were a duo. Everywhere I'd go, Duncan would come. It didn't take long for me to remember that on that day my family was murdered, that Duncan wasn't at work. He called in saying he was sick. I lost myself for a long time. That was before I found the Pierce family, though. They brought me back, gave me something worth fighting for. They found me on the road and took me back to their community. Guess who was also there? I mean, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say Duncan Timbers? Duncan Timbers. The man who murdered my family. The only thing is that he didn't know whether I knew what he did. I planned every day how I would kill him, and then the day came when Lee Pierce sent us to the house where you were camping. We were ordered to talk to you, and that's what I planned to do. Duncan, however, had other plans. He'd wrote a note framing me for burning down Lee's old family home. While I was waiting around for you to come back, he was inside pouring gasoline everywhere. He stepped outside and asked me how much longer we'd be waiting. I told him as long as it takes, before asking him where he was the day when everything started. I wanted to make conversation, but at the same time get him to confess. He told me he was taking care of his ill mother. He came up with that right there and then, because he didn't know what lie to say. The thing is, though, his mother had been dead for years, so I instantly called him out. "Your mother passed away years ago," I said. He replied by saying, "Right, I was very ill that day. It was all kind of a blur." I knew I wasn't getting anywhere, so I took out my gun and aimed it at his head. I asked him where he really was, and he told me that he really was ill that day, but ill in the head. Now, that wasn't a confession, so I pressed the gun harder against his forehead. "Where were you?" I yelled, and he was getting scared, I could tell by how his lip was quivering. So I loaded the gun. He heard the bullet enter the chamber and could hear me slightly squeezing the trigger. I yelled louder, this time getting right to the point. "You killed my wife and daughter, didn't you?" At this point, I was pressing extremely hard against his head. You can stop. I think I know where this is going. I think I know. Let me finish. Finally, he replied, "Okay, I did it. I'm sorry." All he had to say for murdering my family was, "I'm sorry." No reason as to why he did it. Nothing. Just that. Those words exactly. And that's all I needed to hear. A confession. I pulled the trigger without hesitation. The bullet went right through his head and hit the floor inside the house. The impact created a spark, and before I knew it, the house was up in flames. I threw his body into the flames, began to freak out, and just started running. That was the last time I saw the Pierce family, and everyone else there. I wanted to apologize for accidentally burning down your camp, supplies, and any pets that got injured or killed too. Apology accepted, I guess. I mean, it's not like I remember the situation anyway. Be careful around Ray. If he finds out that I told you the truth, he'd kill us both. Just keep doing what you're told. You can't exactly escape this group. Trust me, I've tried. Anyway, I'll leave you be. Ray left you some welcome gifts. It's nice to meet you, Omega. Yeah, you too, Adam. Oh, and before I go, have a look at these. They'll help you further believe what I was telling you was true. He hands you 2 photos. Are these? Yeah. One is of me, my wife and daughter. The second is Duncan and I on a camping trip. Stupid thing is, Duncan seems completely fine, right? You'd never have known he was messed up in the head. No, you wouldn't. Here, have them back. No, keep them. I have copies. I heard that your friend Reese had a photo collection, so you can put them with the rest when you go home. I better be off now. I don't think I forgot to tell you anything. Reese? Yeah. Alright, I'll see you around, okay? Feel free to let yourself out, okay? I'm gonna have a look at what Ray got me. I mean, I kind of really like this place. It's not got much, but it's got enough, really. And, welcome back, Omega, from Ray. Let's see what he got me. Okay, a military helmet. I'm gonna put my dagger up there. Military helmet. Okay, that'll go well. I can put that on. Perfect. Okay. A USP .45. Nice. And some ammo. Okay, I'll keep the photos as well. And some construction markers. Right. Don't really... Actually, I suppose I can use those for setting out where I want certain stuff. Like if I can get a TV. And he's still sitting there just staring into nothing. Could have a TV and a sofa maybe. Because Ray said that... This seems like the knife that I killed that guy with. It's very... If not, it's very similar. I don't know. Maybe everyone has one of these. I'm not sure, but I mean, obviously Ray said that the longer I'm here, the more stuff I'll be able to get, so maybe I can get a bigger bed and a sofa and some shelves, and I could really turn this place into a home. But then I've got to take into mind what Adam just said, that my name isn't Omega, and that that guy I killed, Isaac, I saved him, and then I killed him without realizing, and I've got to figure out who's telling the truth. Is my name Omega, or is my name Ryan, and who's Reese? I don't understand what's going on. I wish there was some way for me to remember.